welcome back to Kai's Way, the journey that we're all on to find financial freedom to better our own and our families' lives. Let's get straight into this video where I'm going to be talking about specific altcoins that I have either bought recently or I am intending on getting involved with. Please remember guys, this is not financial advice. I'm not a guru. So please be vigilant, especially when it comes to crypto. These are risky assets. This is for entertainment purposes only, and please do your due diligence. You could just buy crypto at a very low price and become a millionaire. Fantastic. But on this channel, we are looking at sensible plays based on some type of price action. So let's get straight into the video. If you look at what's going on with Bitcoin at the moment, it's reached the 100,000 ceiling that a lot of people were expecting it to, as a psychological sort of point of success and also potentially a barrier. The general consensus is that as Bitcoin potentially has a bit of a pullback, the lagging altcoins will start to sort of find their momentum, and even things like meme coins, which I'll make another video on in terms of my meme coin plays. But this is sort of the theory. I'm not 100% convinced, and the way I've been sort of trading these coins is I've been sort of looking at getting in on structural entries that I find are consistent with my own trading in futures and Forex. So if you have been following this channel, please check out the other videos on how I made money with funded accounts on futures and Forex. Okay, so the first asset that I'm going to talk about is Starknet. Now essentially this is trying to cure the scalability issue on the Ethereum platform, and there's a lot of support for potentially this solution. Now if you actually look at the price action, we can see that prices, you know, from the early inception absolutely has melted away, right? And we've kind of been in this consolidation for a period of time, and potentially could have been interpreted as accumulation really of orders being stacked to go further lower. Now what's actually happening instead is the price has broken out of this previous zone, and where I became interested was when this particular high was taken out, right? And as you can see, it took it out, but it wasn't a liquidity grab because it didn't continue to sell off. Now I am trading these coins, right? I am not looking, I don't care whether this coin, you know, absolutely melts. I don't care if this coin, you know, goes right to the top, you know, and claims all-time highs. I'm not emotionally invested, I'm a trader, right? I'm just looking for opportunities, and this is kind of what I want to share with you guys, that, you know, if you have the fundamental skills of knowing how to trade assets, it doesn't really matter. You can find opportunities to either short them or to go long, right? And I'm involved in altcoins, shorting and also going long term if the opportunity presents itself. Crypto is obviously moving up, and because of that, I'm not necessarily looking to short crypto on the longer term. I'm definitely bullish on crypto, but in this particular scenario, if we just zoom in, right? So price took out this high when it came out of this consolidation, and then we found some level of support. Now the level of support was tested on 2 occasions, so I didn't get involved here. Obviously this was the first pullback, and as you can see, took a little bit of imbalance. Okay, there's an initial push here, price comes down, finds some type of support and closes the imbalance that's been left. Now I don't get involved here. Where I do get involved is where price comes back in. I got quite fortunate actually, because there wasn't a reason for this to actually come back. So I've got in this move on Stark, and I've taken the move to the upside. Okay, when I saw this first downward candle rejecting on the daily, I made enough profit. I think I was up around 25 to 30%. Close the trade. Nice, easy trade. Now in terms of what I'm overall thinking about this particular asset is that we've got liquidity resting above demand zone, where essentially there are sellers sat here who have pushed the market down. So no reason for this not to go and test these zones and then come back down and maybe continue up. So plenty of options here, guys. If you missed out on this move, what I'm personally doing is I'm looking for some type of a play back into this zone for me to go long. Again, this is not financial advice, guys. Do whatever you want to do. This is entertainment purposes only. I'm just giving out some free game, really. So yeah, so that's Starknet. Now I'm going to move on to my next one, which is Sandbox. Now this is a move I am actively involved in right now, so again, you know, it's up to you guys whether you want to get involved. Now I'm quite big on gaming, and I know that this space and to build assets on the metaverse, you're going to require some form of capital, and this could potentially be a pathway to it. So Sandbox had this huge, again, move to the upside. If we just sort of zoom back out, sorry, again, all the assets I'm sharing with you guys have tremendous, you know, upside potential, which is why I'm sharing them. So as you can see, price has melted, right, continue to melt, and then we found this kind of consolidation. We've broken out. Now for me, that move is extremely aggressive. What I've done on this particular one is, quite frankly, I'm looking for some type of pullback play. This whole move, we've kind of come back, and we have made almost a 50% retracement of that particular whole move. I'm starting to see some bullish sentiment stepping back into the market, and for me, I've entered at quite a good place. I've sort of entered around here, where I've started to see that actually there is some buying pressure. Now as you can see, the retest has happened. I'm currently live in this trade, so I'm expecting this to go up and at least retest these highs. Stops are just below here. This for me is the floor. I don't really want to hold this if it continues to go down here. I'm not that precious about it, you know. I'm simply trying to make a trade, and as I told you guys before, right, if I get something like a 25% on the trade, you know, and I'm sort of, you know, usually playing with around 10-20 grand, it's a nice trade for me, you know, 2.5k, 5k, whatever it might be. That's nice profit. I take it and I re-enter at better levels. This is just the way I'm playing altcoins. I feel like it's sort of serving me well. You know, I'm not a whale in this market. You know, I'm not able to sort of manipulate the market with my buying and selling. You know, I'm sort of a small player in this field, and essentially I'm just using price action to determine where I'm seeing opportunities to get in and out. Okay, moving on from Sandbox, another good one is Avalanche. I'm not involved in this move, but there's a lot of positive feeling around this particular one. Again, at a nice discounted level. Look how far down you are from, you know, all-time highs. So if you are a believer in the altcoin pump that's about to happen, this could be one that performs very well. I do generally think the gaming coins are going to perform well. I was waiting for some type of retracement into this zone, which is almost like for me, an area of demand, but price doesn't seem to be wanting to do that. I thought this candle might create an opportunity to sell off slightly and some profit taking. Hasn't happened. So I probably am not going to get an opportunity to get on this one. I do see a bit of a pattern forming here, sort of a bit of a head, shoulder, maybe a retracement down. I mean, I don't really trade head, shoulder patterns and things like that. I'm purely trading price action and where I believe there is real demand for the asset, which I believe is currently around these zones. Okay, so if price comes back into here and I start to see buyers stepping in, maybe I'll take this for another move back to go test, you know, these highs. Okay, so the next one is Convex Finance, which aims to basically be a staking cryptocurrency, aiming to simplify, you know, staking on Curve. So with this particular one, I made a good profit and I got out. I'll just show you where I got in and where I got out. So as you can see again, you know, this is at, if you look, these are at critical sort of zones. This is so far down from its potential. So again, I'm just sharing with you guys coins that I think have potential and that I've actually recently traded, right? So the trade here was very simple. Just go back slightly. Okay, so very simple trade. We broke out of this zone. price came up, came back down, sort of fill the imbalance, right? This for me was an easy trade, right? It retraced quite heavily the next day. I like these kind of plays where it retraces. I got in just on this sort of daily candle here. If we drill it down into the 4 hours, you can see sort of, I didn't get involved here. I got involved here when I started to see the bullish breakout. Price went up, it sort of retraced from here. I stayed in the position until it went back up again, and then I saw it wasn't wanting to break out. So I took this move from A to B. Very nice, simple move. Again, people have had a lot to say about CBX, but at this moment in time, these destroyed altcoins that have been, sitting in the wilderness, these might be able to make a good, nice return, and that's really what I'm interested in. I'm interested in coins that can move, 20 to 30%, in a day. That's all I'm looking for, or over a course of a couple of days. Okay, I'll give you one final one. This is Alienbase. So this is essentially potentially going to be a big competitor for Aerodrome, and I can understand why this is on base. Again, guys, all the pairs that I've been talking about and the altcoins, please go do your own research, read the white papers and stuff. This isn't an educational video on the assets. Plenty of content on YouTube. I am a trader, so I'm just trying to show you guys price action and ability to make some money, really. So price has gone into this sort of consolidation. I didn't get involved. I perhaps should have. I was perhaps waiting for more of a pullback, more of a discount, and prices carried on. So this is definitely one for the future. I definitely think this is one where, if you have an opportunity, and I have an opportunity to get involved when it comes back down here, I will definitely be looking to get involved, but that's more of a long-term play. This is not moving 20-30% a day, so more of like a longer term play. If I want to just put 10 grand or something in and just let it ride out, see what happens, might be an option. So they are sort of some of the altcoins I've either traded or looking at. I will do a separate video on meme coins because essentially they are, where you can potentially make 2000x on stuff, but I don't think those coins are sustainable for trying to understand market mechanics and making some consistent returns, right? Remember, if you're really interested in sort of how I trade and pay out proofs of my trading on futures and forex, please go on my channel and check out the other videos, and please support the channel, because essentially if I have some feedback, some comments and likes, it gives me more motivation to continue this stuff. Stay safe, stay vigilant, and hopefully you guys can make some money in this this current bull run that's potentially about to happen, or we are currently in, however you're perceiving it. There's many ways you can trade, but do it however you want to do it. But this was Kai's way. Peace out.